I'm going to wait for some more people to come on and see what happens. Okay. Hi. It looks like it's buffering on my side. I don't know what's happening on yours. How is my sound? How's my picture? Is the stream okay for you guys? And if so, we can get started. I'm doing okay. Um, I'm thinking, I always forget who Tia Fella is. Is it Tina? Is it, give me a hint. Give me a big hint. uh, no, it's not Tina. Oh boy. Oh, is it good? It's working? Yay. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and get started. How's everybody doing? I'm going to bring it over to here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. I don't know who all's coming, and I don't know who all got notifications. Deborah, I knew. Okay. Okay, I knew it was you, Deborah. So you all painting along? Are you painting along with me? Hi, Michael Ann, Tina, Deborah. I did it a little different this time. Um, Hoping you can hear me so that I'm not shouting. But I did it a little different. Oh, hard to hear? Really? Okay, let's see if I can fix that. I don't want it hard to hear. Did that make a difference? Let me know. Let me know. Is that better? Yeah, that's right. Hit thumbs up, guys. Let me know if you can't hear me. Hi, Carol. Okay, turn your sound up, Carol. uh, my stream doesn't look like it's that good, but I'm going to go ahead and get started anyway, okay? All right, I hope you all can follow me. Okay. So what I'm doing, let me show you. Let me give you a picture of what I have because I always have to start it first. This is kind of a picture. Now I don't have a stem on it yet, but this is what we're going for today. Doing a little playing around with the outside. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the feedback, Michael Ann. Okay, and thanks, Tina. So, oh, you're painting great. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put out some titanium white on the palette and some phthalo blue. And some yellow ochre. That's what we're gonna put on the palette. Okay. This kind of looks like a mess right now, but we are going to fill in another layer of paint. I understand, Michael. Plus, it's so early for you. You know, I wouldn't do so hot at 8 in the morning. Is it 8 in the morning there? Because we had daylight savings time. Do you have daylight savings time there? Where'd you go? Oh, Michael Ann. No, I'm thinking Leanne. Okay. Leanne might not have made it. It's kind of early for her. Okay, so yellow ochre, I put out titanium white and phthalo blue. And what we're going to do first is put a little bit of phthalo blue mixed with white. Okay. And yeah, I got jokes, Carol, you know. You got to know that by now. uh, I'd like to have some movement in this painting. I like to have some movement in this painting. I like to have some something that's gonna make the flower not look so alone and sad. So what I'm gonna do is paint the flower, use chalk and put the flower in first, okay? And I'm cheating because I already have a flower, so I'm gonna put the cone part in first, and then I'll put some leaves in. Now the leaves up here are skinny, and then they get wider as they come down, and then they get skinny again. Also, under here you'll see a bottom layer of leaves and then a top layer of leaves. So I don't really have to pencil in or chalk in the um, the top layer because that's kind of obvious. Okay, so these are skinny, and I like that little curve up on these ends because it gives it, like I said, it gives it a little movement. It gives it a little life. Okay, so the skinny ones on the end I like to go up with. Okay, have a little bit of movement here. This is my Crayola chalk here. And then just a few more here. Okay. Okay. So this is then underneath we're going to have a little bit, we're going to have, some sticking out here. We're going to have some that are that top layer. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show you here. So we have some skinny ones on the sides. Okay, and then these here, the little bit broader ones, they have a darker layer on top. So you'll see that as we start laying the paint on. So that's going to be quinacridone magenta and titanium white, but we're not doing that just yet. Okay, I'm just doing this so that when we paint the rest of the kind of abstract background in, we're not going to run into the flower as much. We just kind of know where we're going. Okay. Okay, so that's what that's going to be like. Okay. So now I'm going to take some phthalo blue, some white into the phthalo blue, and it's going to be mostly white, just a little bit of phthalo blue. And I'm going to put some movement in here at the top. We're going to go over it with the, we're going to go over this with the yellow ochre, okay? This is kind of scary, but you know what? Don't worry about it. We'll be okay. It's just scary to just all of a sudden start messing up your canvas. For those of you that are kind of new at it, and even if you're not, this is the scary part. Like, what is she doing? So we're going to just kind of do this, make it a little smeary so it's not so obvious. Come down a little bit here. Okay. And then a little bit here, but not so much. It's going to be much more less obvious here because the light source is coming from up here. So we want that to be light. And we want this to be not so obvious down here, okay? And I want a little bit more light up here. A little less right there, so I'm going to just put a little bit more phthalo blue in here. Okay. All right. Then we're going to top that with some, I'm going to go between the flowers. That's why I want the flower here, because some of this is going to go between the leaves. I just ran it over. Okay. Okay. So now you have a little bit of movement here. Because you don't want to see a lot of that green. That green is kind of translucent. I don't know about yours. I only did one layer because it's the under color there, or the ground color. It's all the same thing. So I didn't want it perfect because it adds to the movement. So you see where I put some of that phthalo blue and titanium white mixture? Oh, thank you, Bonnie. I hope everybody's feeling a little bit better today. It's kind of been a rest day for a lot of us. Not a whole lot of activity, which is fine. We need that. We need some downtime. Okay. So now I'm not going to clean my brush off. I'm going to go into this yellow ochre. Okay. And then I'm going to create some more movement here. I'm going to go, see that? I'm going to kind of in between create some more movement into this. And the other reason I'm not worried about it is because this is going to be mixed media. So we're going to be doing some more stuff on top of this. So all this stuff's not going to be showing, just some of it's going to be showing. Okay? All right. So you all didn't think I had hair, huh? I don't have as much hair as I used to when I was younger. But I still have a little. Okay. So I just threw some more blue in there in between just to add some interest. This is kind of the abstract part. So I was just trying not to run into my I'm gonna put a little more phthalo blue here. I'm trying not to run too much into my flower. Okay. And then I want phthalo blue right around the flower because that cone part is going to have yellow in it anyway. So I don't want it to be yellow around the flower. So I'm putting a little bit of this phthalo blue, just straight phthalo blue, right around, because what's the principle? What's the principle, guys, behind me doing this? Light and dark, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna soften that up a little bit with soften that up a little bit on the edge here. Okay, so that's kind of it. That's kind of that layer. Okay. And then I get to take my dirty brush and just kind of play around down here. Okay. The next, after this, if you want to put some paints out, after this is going to be quinacridone magenta and titanium white. Okay, just kind of going between where I drew that flower. And I kind of want a little bit more, little bit more of I play. So, playing is fine. A little bit more of the phthalo blue up here. Because I lost a little. Yeah, that's what I want here. Not perfect. I don't want it to be striped. Okay, that's not what we're going for. We're going for not perfect. The flower is going to be a little bit more perfect, but not this other stuff on the outside. Okay, I'm going to cover up a little bit of my very thin green here I have on the end. Okay. And I want to use a little phthalo blue for that. Because the bottom part of my painting, I like to keep on the darker side. So I don't know if everybody's hearing me. Those who are following along, I hope you're getting my drift. Okay. So it looks kind of a mess, you know, especially on there, on the monitor. But that's kind of how that looks. And this is what I have here. So it's very similar. I have more gold on the bottom here. I have more blue on the bottom on the other one. So you see that? Doesn't have a lot of movement in there. You see that movement? That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Your hair is looking, I just want to read that again and again. No. Let's see. Oh, and I have a good stream now. Yay. I knew if I waited and was patient, it would come back. Okay. So now I'm going to switch. That was kind of a fat brush because I really didn't care what that looked like. Now I'm going to switch and get my angle brush. Use my angle brush here. And now I'm going to attack those flowers. Okay, let's see. Let's see. How come I can't see it? All right. So here's my angle brush right here. Kind of buffering for me. And it has that slant on it. This is what I'm going to use for the flower because it's a little more exacting. I'm going to put out my quinacridone magenta. And this is going to sound strange, my titanium white. My titanium white, some of it is not contaminated and some of it is because of the blue I was using. I'm going to take advantage of that. Okay, because some of those flowers have a little bit of blue in it. Okay. So, let me get this out the way. Putting my other brush in some soapy water. Okay, so here we go with the cone flower. Now, this end of the cone flower is going to be a lighter pink than these couple on this side. And the ones down here are going to be a combination. So, because we have to pay attention to where our light source is. Now, light source doesn't necessarily go directly onto your, it's not necessarily in direct line. So see, this is going to bounce over here. And this is going to create a shadow over here. Okay. So I'm going to start this painting, this leaf right here. And I like it to curve up a little because it just gives it a little bit more life. Okay. Okay. Here we go. And let me see, I'm in my own way. Again, I'm going to do this. Just how hard you press it makes a difference. Okay. Just a touch of quinacridone magenta straight, just to put an edge on it. Okay. That three-dimensional look really helps with the painting. I'm going to go a little bit more quinacridone, so I'm going to get a little bit darker as I get over here. A little bit more rounded. Okay. All right. And like I said, I like that little upward turn on there. So I think that gives it a little something. All right. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, I'm going to bring it all the way up to the cone. All right, are you seeing that? I need a little bit more water on my brush. This isn't dry brushing like the background was. A little bit more quinacridone magenta. And these are going to be a little bit more in the shadows of the ones above it. Okay. And then I'm going to start getting wider and wider. I think I'm going to have one more that's like this. That one's pretty dark. That's okay. Gives it a little more interest. Then I'm going to give the top leaves, the top petals on this side. I'm going to wait on those. I'm going to come over here and then put in a softer pink. Again, it's a little darker, so you have a little less white, because that's in the shade, in the shadow of the comb. And then I'm going to come down here a little bit, give a little piece. These are skinny because they're a little farther away. Now I'm going to have a nice size one right here, and it's going to have a little whiter on one side, a little pinker underneath. Okay, so let's just show you that. This is going to have the whiter side. Okay, and then this underneath is going to be a little pinker. Here we go. You like that? Can you see that? Okay. Now I'm going to follow that all the way down with these bigger leaves. They're going to be pink underneath, and then I'll come back and get the top layer. So right now I'm going to go on the bottom layer. I don't want all that chalk mixed into my paint. Something about that bugs me. So I know where I'm going. I did that more to show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to go with a lighter pink for the bottom, longer leaves. Longer leaves are going to be a lighter pink, which means I need to put out some more titanium white. Okay. I'm glad you're feeling so good, Bonnie. You're doing pretty good so far. I'm glad you're here. Very glad everybody's here. I don't know what took me so long to figure out to just give you the link to YouTube. Like, duh. And I don't think anybody else thought of that either. I guess because I was leading them astray. Okay, so I'm going to take these bottom leaves and I'm just going to make these really pink. You know how coneflowers are, the leaves are just kind of lightweight. So that's why I have that little lift on the bottom edge so that they don't look heavy. And here's another one. Let me just straighten this out a little bit. I'm going to make another one right here. Okay. Okay. Another one. Just like that movement in here. And let's go for another one. right here. I'm going to fatten this up at the top because I want this to show under the darker petals. I keep calling them leaves, but they're really petals. We all know that. I think we learned that in kindergarten. Okay. Okay, I like that. I'm going to throw one in here, but this one might be a little darker just to break it up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Of course, I have to go over here a little bit more. This is really a fun painting. I don't know. Let's see, Tina. I don't know if she's still on or she's concentrating. It's hard to type and paint. But I hope she's having fun. This is kind of a fun one. And I'm going to go over here. Okay. One more. This one I'm going to make a little darker. This one I'm going to bring over on top of the other one. I don't want that darker one to be on top. There we go. Okay, so this is that first layer I was talking about. And then under that, I'm going to put the darker leaves up there, but I don't want to disturb it yet. It's just a little too wet. So I'm not going to disturb that yet. Let me catch up on the chat. Yay, yay. Okay, let me see if I missed anything. Okay. All right. Let's see who all is here. I hope other people catch up. I'm going to put a little bit. Here's something I'd like to do. Just a little hint of just a little hint, just like that. Okay? And a little hint here. Just to show that it's going all the way around. Okay? Just a little teeny baby one right there. All right. Now, here's another thing I want to do. I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to take some phthalo green. I'm going to darken up that cone. I want a dark under layer of that cone part of the flower. So if you're still working, Tina, if you're still working on the petals, I'm just going to take the cone and make it dark, okay? So you're not going to fall too far behind. That's all I'm doing. I want this dark, especially down the bottom half. That bottom part I want dark. It's going to give it a lot more richness. And then after that, then I'm going to come back down and add some more leaves on the top layer of the leaves in front of us. Okay? All right. Okay. So now I'm going to add some darker leaves. I'm going into the quinacridone magenta. I need a touch of water. Getting really dry. I have the heat pumping out in here like it's below zero, and it's really not. Okay. So I have, this is a trick. I have half dark on my brush, and half of it is light. Let me get my head out the way. Get my dingle dangles out the way. Uh, okay. So I have half of my brush light and half of it dark. And I'm going to lean it toward the dark side and make my smaller leaves. So here we go. I use the curve of my hand to help me when I make these leaves. These leaves are almost as long as the bottom layer. You know, they're not these the top leaves are not tiny. They hang down pretty good. They just don't cover the bottom layer. Okay? They just don't cover it. And I have it sticking out a little so that you don't think it's just part of the flower. It is another layer. Try to match it. Okay, you see that? And then here again. Okay. I need a little more coverage here because of the green underneath. There we go. And then I'm going to throw one over here on the side. It's a little too dark. Flip it over to the part that's got a little more white in it. Okay. Okay. So that pretty much, I need to make more of a point on the bottom. That pretty much covers the flower part, the petals. What do you think? You think that looks okay? I want those edges to be pretty even at the very top. Okay. Now, so let's see here. What am I missing? Oh, Bonnie Stockton. Hey. Bonnie's been resting. She's been having it kind of rough lately too. So I'm glad she made it. If you need to rest, don't worry about us. We're more worried about you feeling better. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Oh, Tina, you're working, huh? Tina, let me know if you need me to slow down. Okay? I don't know why this looks a little weird on the monitor. I don't know. It doesn't look so weird in person. This little section right here, I might fix that. I might fix this a little bit. The monitor kind of, it's really nice when you do these live shows or these videos because it gives you, it's almost like stepping back from the painting, you know? You're good, okay? So you want me to, oh, Bonnie, you just woke up. I'm so glad you got a nap. Okay, so I'm going to continue with the cone part. The cone part is really fun, okay? So here's what I'm going to do. I just accidentally got rid of my one brush, the green one, and I still need it. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some of this quinacridone magenta, and we're going to dot it. We're going to dot it right onto this flower right here. We're just going to dot it. See the corner tip? I don't know if you have an angle brush, Tina, or not, but I have the angle brush upside down. So the corner tip is what I'm using to dot this cone part of the flower with. I'm just dotting it. And I'm going up here with what I have left because it's not so heavy. Because I put most of the heavy parts on the bottom. Did you see what I did here? Okay. I'm just dotting that in. with my upside down angle brush. All right. Okay. Now what I'd like to do is, I forgot to tell you this. We're gonna, for that cone, because I didn't realize we were gonna go this fast. We're gonna have to put out some cad red and some cad yellow, any kind of yellow. Actually, I think I used Hansa yellow. Any kind of yellow, if you have yellow, we're gonna be putting that on the cone. And if you don't have a bright yellow, which I kind of want a bright yellow, if you don't have that, Tina, use your yellow ochre mixed with a little white, okay? But what I want to do is get a little yellow out here and a little cad red, and we're going to be using this titanium white still, okay? And we're going to be using that little green if you have some green left on your palette. Okay, so I'm going to dip into the green and I'm going to break up that pink a little bit. You'll see where this is going. So I'm breaking up this pink. All right. Then I'm going to go to wipe this brush off. Where's my little rags? I'm going to wipe this brush off that has the magenta on it. I'm going to go straight into this dark magenta, not pink. And I'm going to dot some of that on in the green. Okay. Okay. This is giving it some dimension. We're just playing with this. The more you play with it, the better. Taking some green and bringing it up, just green. And this is when it gets fun. That top part is going to be your highlight. That's going to be your sun-kissed part, okay? The very top of that cone. So what I'm going to do is take a rinse off my brush really thoroughly, wipe it off. And I'm going to use some cad red mixed with some cad yellow, but don't contaminate too much of that yellow because we're going to need that. Okay. And so that made an orange, and I'm going to go like this. And dot with my upside down angle brush, or you could use a round brush, whatever you have that's going to make dots. And just, we're going to make this sun kiss going in the same direction. And we're just going to put a little bit down here, not a lot, just more spread out. Down here, not a lot. It's going to mix with your quinacridone, that's fine. Down here, it makes it almost a brown. And then a little closer to the leaves here. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to take just that yellow. And now we're going to sun kiss that top edge. Okay. And now you see where your light's coming from. Don't keep going up there because you want that yellow to show up. So you don't want to keep going back. I dipped in some more yellow. Once you start coming down, because then you're going to darken that up. But you can fill in with this, what's used to be yellow. You can come down here. And there you go. I'm just going to round that out a little, just a little. Just round it out just a little. Okay, I'm liking it. I don't know what you guys see. All right, can you see that? Tell me what you think. Let's see. Beautifully done. Looks great so far. That's right. You know your lines. No, thanks. Really, thank you. Oh, okay. So it's still looking a little crazy. But you know what? We're gonna, I think, let's see, how much time did I take up? Let's see. Let me see how much time I took up. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what the plan is, what my plan is. Now you could use whatever you want to use. Do go to on your computer or on your search, go to printable, free printables. And then you don't have to worry about copyright and all that stuff. Find something you like. I saw some bumblebees, I saw some butterflies, and this is what I found. I found butterflies with French writing on it, okay? Different, all on one sheet, different butterflies. So I'm thinking little butterflies a little farther away from the flower, going toward the flower, you know, not overwhelmingly so, but I have one that looks like it should be landing on the flower. It's really pretty. It has a French kind of script on there and it looks sepia. And then I have some more that look like they could be in flight because they're not perfectly even. And then I have another one that's kind of tiny. So between the three, I could put that in here somewhere. Okay. I had a hard time finding a bumblebee, but for mine, a bumblebee might just be too much. And here's my idea. This is just paper. I just cut this from copy paper. Okay. Now, what you use is to put them on, and we could do this the next time because we're going to have to put some more layers on here. That's not what I want. You could use gel, some golden medium gel. And you could use something even lighter weight than this to put your to put on the back of your butterfly to stick it on here. And then after that sets, then and your whatever you use on here sets, then you can go over the top of it and make sure it's in there really good. Okay. So we can play with that stuff the next time. And then that way we can all have our little stickers and all that kind of stuff. Not stickers, but we can have our little embellishments all ready for the next party. Okay. And we can add to it. You could make signs. Now let me show you what I have here. I have examples of what we can do. I have a bunch of colored butterflies here. Okay. I have that. I have just plain French script here. So you could even cut it out, a big one. You could cut out a butterfly, or you could cut out a heart shape, or you can cut out letters, whatever you want to do. Use your imagination. I found little sayings. And this is really what I had in mind of doing before I saw the butterflies, but I don't want to overkill it. I don't know. I don't know if you can overkill mixed media because people just layer and layer and layer. But see this be grateful? I was thinking of putting two E's on there, be grateful, and then put a bumblebee on the petal. So we could really play with that. And then here's some of you may recognize this, the fruitage of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faith, gentleness, self-control. Um, we can use this, and this almost matches really, but you could do something like this on here. What you could do is, I think we could somehow uh, copy it backwards or something and chalk it, and then chalk over and then write over the letters. I have to think about that because I confuse myself sometimes. So we could do that too. Yeah, B would be cute. It might be kind of like taken from something I've seen before on kids' clothing. So, but that's all right, you know. Be, and they had like different things on there. Be grateful, be this, be that. But I thought it would be cute to have that and have a bumblebee right here, and then have that on there. Oops, I got some. I think I got some of my. Well, it looks like pollen anyway. I'm gonna leave it on there. I got some of the yellow right here, but I kind of like it. uh, so let's see, what is it? Oh, it's almost 8. It's like quarter to 8. So any ideas? Oh, you're gonna, oh, you got some butterflies and dragonflies at Michael's. Oh, well, that's cool. I just downloaded mine and just use copy paper. You like bees? Do you think bees and butterflies would be too much? I mean, the mixed media that I see, they have stuff all over the place, you know? Even, you know, somebody wanted to use music. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Michael Ann. Michael Ann, didn't you want to use music on yours? Um, but anyway, music for the leaves, or, you know, I mean, petals. You could use some of the. Oh, guess what I forgot, guys? I forgot to put my stem in here. I guess I could do that. Put my stem in here. Use a little bit of that phthalo green. I don't think it's dried up too much. I think I'll use a little phthalo green. Let me rinse this off real good. You like the bee and be grateful? I think that would be kind of cool. There's a lot of stuff you could do with this. I just don't want to cover everything up, but I don't know. I need to loosen up a little bit. You guys think I'm already loosened up, but I could loosen up a little bit more with this stuff. I'm dipping it with the phthalo green. I'm putting a little bit of yellow ochre, a little bit of cad yellow, and just a touch of the quinacridone magenta to soften it. I mean, yeah, did I say cad yellow? To soften it, and I'm going to make a stem. I might need a little white because it's looking a little like it's going to get buried. Yeah, this is better. A little white. Oh, yeah. Yep. I needed something that's a little different than what's already on there. And I'm going to make a stem, which I don't know. I think I'll go this direction. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay. All right. And then I need a little bit of a lighter color just to give it a little highlight here. So I threw some yellow in there. Okay. Steady hand. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. My delay's not that bad. So from now on, this was really fun. I couldn't believe how fast the other one went. This is the other one. You know, they always look a little different. I think this is better because it's bigger and bolder. Um, but I did, like I said before, if you do more than one, it does get better. It's amazing. B. Oh, B. I didn't make that connection. That's good. So you should do yours that way. These things I'm going to save because it's on YouTube, it's savable. That's why I insist on YouTube because I can't do what I want with the Facebook lives. Yeah, they save in our group, but then I can't do anything else with it. I can't download it so that I can voice over it or use it on YouTube or use it for anything else. So this gives me more freedom. We could have it in our group and I could use it for teaching or whatever. So it just gives me a little bit more freedom. So from now on, I'm going to give you the link, just like I did today. I'm going to give you the link to the live. I still can't get over that it took me this long to figure that out. Instead of sharing from YouTube to Facebook, I'm just going to go straight to Facebook and then put the link on there. Simple as that. It was so simple. Amazing. Uh, so, oh, Latin book pages. That's cool too. Yes, it's a very uplifting one. Very, and I kind of needed it. I kind of had like a downer week, so this was really good. I really enjoyed it. All right, so don't want to miss anything. Oh, you called her Bicky. My mom's nickname was Bicky. Oh, wow. That kind of touched me. Yeah, my mom's nickname was Bicky. And then it turned into Vicky, and neither one of those were her name. Oh, all right. Okay, guys. So I don't know if you want to chat some more. We do have a few more minutes. We got like 10 more minutes, or longer, however long you want. Or if you want to throw out some more ideas or whatever you want to do. But we're going to be done with this. I mean, one more session, we're going to be done with this. So get your gel to put your stuff on there. And I think Michael has more experience with uh, mixed media than I do. I'm more of a painter. But get your stuff ready. And if you have any questions, you could ask. Oh, hi, Patricia. I'm so glad I didn't close out yet. Close out. I sound like I'm working at a store. You can ask whoever is more in tune to mixed media, kind of, pick their brain about it. Thank you. It's a little crazy looking right now, but we're going to be adding stuff and covering up some of this stuff, Trisha. uh, yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I'm so glad you were here. Trisha, you have to do this one. This one's fun. I think you would like it. I really do. Trisha, I was trying to tell everybody that we're going to be adding little embellishments and everything to this. I think you'll like it. I have my little French writing on my butterflies. So, or it could go here. We're going to be adding things to this, making it more of a mixed media. Oh, Leanne does too. She's more into mixed media too. Okay. Well, the more people that know about it, the merrier, because I was just kind of hurrying up doing some homework. So yeah, I just about sipped my matte media. Okay, don't drink the medium. That's okay, Trisha. We got lives and you got all these responsibilities. You got other people you're moderating for and all of that. Listen, I have a one track mind. I love following people and still doing their tutorials, but guess what? I can't do it all. I don't have that kind of brain. I'm going to have to fix some of these. I'm going to have to shorten this one because this is looking a little wild on on the monitor. I see. I'll make some fixes on there. And then we'll see you. I might have trouble. I'm trying to think. I might have trouble. What is next week?
25th.
20. What is next Saturday, guys? What's next Saturday? Let me look. I have my calendar. Hello. Next Saturday is the 25th. Then what am I thinking about with
April 1st.
April 1st? April 1st is a Saturday too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me tell you now. I'm going to have trouble with April. Oh, no. I think we're going to have a special guest April 1st. We're going to have a special guest April 1st. And if they make me work on a Saturday, I try to line my special guests up sometimes to fit in those slots. So we're going to have to, I'm going to have one foot in the special guest live and one foot at work again. Secret. So that's going to be, are you buffering? That's going to be on the 1st of April. Okay. So we're going to have another special guest. We have a surprise special guest April 1st, and we have one May 17th, and we have one in June. So, and they're all like, wow, like it's amazing how accommodating all these people have been. So, all right. So I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. I don't want to take up your nights. I know everybody's kind of pooped and tired all the time, so I don't want to take that up. So I'll see you guys on the other side. All right. All right. Take care. Love you. Bye bye.